Hey, it's a brand new day. Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, your host. I'm glad you're here today. Thank you for saying yes and deciding to show up today for a brand new show. Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon. Get to know all the insights. Don't miss out on everything. Make sure you get everything, in fact, by signing up at zoneofgenius.com. I got a bone to pick with my glasses manufacturer, I think. I ordered anti-glare glasses, and it seems like these glasses, they've added glare onto them. It seems like they're glaring more than ever, and I'm wondering what you think. There's one or two things that are happening today. One, the glasses are brand new, so this is how brand new glass looks after, coming right out of the factory. And so maybe this is normal, and maybe anti-glare has been added, and this is what the glasses look like, because they are glass. Very minimal you can do to have anti-glare. It's going to glare somewhat, and I have so much light around me. Or even though I added anti-glare and paid for it, they did not add the anti-glare in the glasses. But I'm wondering what you think. Your anti-glare glasses, do they look like this and have pretty much this equivalent of glare? Or do you think, Ramon, you got scammed and those are not anti-glare? What do you think? But don't be biased. I only want to know what you really, really think. By the way, welcome to a brand new edition of the Rundown with Ramon. And I'm wondering, telling myself, why do I do this show every morning, 7 a.m. live Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, and so many thousands hear it on demand? Why do I do this show? I was just thinking of this before I went on the air. You know why I'm doing this show? For two or three reasons. One, because I freaking like to do it. I just like to do it. I love sharing. I love the theatrics. I love the experience. I love the laughter. I love engaging with other people. That's probably the reason I love doing it. It fuels me. It excites me. Some people do an aggressive workout. Some people write thank you letters. Some people do journaling. Well, hey, I like this. I love the live component. And I've done shows like this, not live, but there's something about being live and knowing that you're speaking to other people that make it exciting. So that's number one. And number two, I do love sharing. This is the way I produce my content on a regular basis, and I just love it. So welcome. Glad you're here. We got an amazing show today. Alexandria Nicole, co-hosted with Elevate Your Growth. EYGEvents.com, co-hosted with Alexandria Nicole. Alexandria, I'm so glad you're here, Alexandria. Just seeing how you show up, seeing how you shine, seeing the power of your network, seeing the brilliance you have, Alexandria. Really, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So thank you for being part of the Rundown with Ramon experience. Greg Becker, glad you're here, man. Love how you do. A great day today, everyone. Good morning, Ramon. Greg, I received that, and brother, right back at you. We got an on-fire episode today. And today's all going to be about, can you be upbeat when you're down? Can you be upbeat when things aren't going so well for you? Can you still be upbeat? We're going to talk about that on today's episode of The Rundown with Ramon. In addition to, as we always do it, what are some of the big headlines of the day today, and how does it impact your business? What can we learn from it? Malika Starr, glad to have you here, Malika Starr, on The Rundown with Ramon Show. Glad you're here. I get distracted very easy. I just put some lotion on my hands, and this lotion is smelling good. This is... 5 Wits body lotion to Cosmopolitan Las Vegas. I got this out of a hotel in Las Vegas. I take lotion with me when I leave hotels, and I go to hotels quite a bit throughout the years. Why buy lotion when you can get it from a hotel? And this smells good. 5 Wits body lotion from the Cosmopolitan Las Vegas. Go figure. Who knew? It smells pretty good. Let's get into that show before I do a whole show all about the best lotions to use. Doris, glad you're here. Welcome back. Thanks for being here, Doris, on a brand new episode of The Rundown with Ramon. I'm glad you're here today. Greg, what are you saying, Greg? I believe that being upbeat when you're down is dependent on where you place your focus and attention. Greg, couldn't have said it better. Listen, y'all, glad you're here. We got a show to produce, a show to do, so let's get at it. After this show, I'm going to go to the gym, and I'm going to start my day, and I got some travel coming up, which I'm excited about doing. Be blessed, be well, and here's on to The Rundown with Ramon Show. And before I start the show, I just want to give a shout out to my team. Man, I'm in a season of growth over the next few months. I can feel it. I just had a call with one of my clients. I'm not going to tell you who they are, but a big media company about a big event they're doing with celebrity stars. That's in October. They want me to host that event. I'll be doing that. I had some discussions with my partners in Hyderabad, India, about a big event they're doing in September. I'll be keynoting that. Coming up next week, or 2 weeks from now, I'll be in Bucharest, Romania with my client Bitdefender and hosting an event there. Wow, it's amazing how just things shift and things turn. Got Genius Talks Atlanta is coming up, zoneofgenius.com, zoneofgenius.com/ Genius Talks Atlanta. I'll put that in there again. You probably see links to that. Sign up to my email newsletter. You'll get those emails already. But man, it's amazing how things happen. And just like, boom, it's like a rocket ship. It's either you don't have it or you have it. When you have it, maximize it for all you can. But shout out to my team. It's beautiful. And this is a tip for all of us. It's not a matter of just hiring people. It's a matter of hiring the right people and having the right people on your team who can help scale you and take you to the next level that you can go with. So I just wanted to shout out to my team. What a great team. This is a new team I've hired. I've had teams over the years for doing different things in different seasons. But man, my team is on fire, and I'm freaking excited about them. Doris says, tuning into your show is etched in my routine. Doris, thank you. I'm honored to be part of your routine, Doris. Karen, welcome, Karen. Haven't seen you in a minute, Karen. Glad you're here today on the Rundown with Ramon. All right, let me jump into today's show before time gets away. Ding, 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 ding. Google is offering a severance package to business staffers. Google is offering buyouts to employees in its global business organization, citing an email sent to staff. Employees who aren't enjoying the pace we need to operate in can leave with a severance package. And I wanted to know, are severance packages mandatory? And why do companies offer severance packages? According to AI, no. Severance packages are not mandatory, but often companies do it for two reasons. One, if you take that money, you're signing that you're leaving in good standing, leaving in good faith, you're leaving in good. You can't sue them usually afterwards because you said, no, everything was good, and you got the severance package. And number two, it looks good on the company so that they can hire talent and hire people for the future, because people say, hey, if I leave after 10 years, 5 years of service, I get a cushion to keep me, a cushion to keep me on for the next season of my life. And so it got me thinking, what are we doing to endear our team to us? I have my team member, Mosin. I have my team member, Nita. I have my team member, Chris. And then there's Ramon. The one thing I can do to my team, besides just paying them, is making sure I pay them on time in a timely fashion. The second thing I do to my team is when I critique and correct, as opposed to a new team, and how I want things done with their input, So I want to make sure it's done right, but I want to get from them. I'm not the smartest person in the room, but I do have a lot of experience and a lot of things, is I want to get their input. And so when I course correct and help them and say, hey, here's a better way to do it, and I ask, and the second way is asking for their input. My team member, Nita, she said, Ramon, 3 articles are already scheduled for, let's say, to today. Should I schedule another one? I said, what do you think? Yeah, I can give my opinion, but that's something I want to see how she thinks. I want to see what she would decide to do. So I said, what do you think? And the third way is I'm liberal with praise. I may not be able to pay them a lot of money in this season, but I'm liberal with appreciation and saying, thank you, Karen. Thank you, Doris. Alexandria. Thank you, Malika Starr, publisher extraordinaire. Thank you, Greg. I'm liberal with saying thank you. So Google has a big severance package they're giving to their employees who are fired. But the bigger principle is, what are you doing with your employees? What are you doing with your team, whether they're on your team or not, whether they're fired or not, whether you're keeping them or not? But the key is, what are you doing with your team? Denny Rust, what are you doing with your team is the question. What are you doing? Your team can smell through inauthenticity, can smell through lack of appreciation, and it's often the simple things that matter. Just showing appreciation can go a long way. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon, and I'm glad you're here today. We're going to get to the flagship topic of the day today in just a few minutes. Ding, 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 ding. Morgan Stanley bumps the CEO's pay to $45 million a year. Now, let me talk about something, and I'd like your input on this on executive pay. Morgan Stanley's CEO is getting $45 million. Now, it's given into stocks and it's tied to performance and all those things that should be. But if he does everything right, he'll get $45 million. That's a heck of a lot of money a year. He is the wealthy of the wealthy, the people who buy the gleaming office, suites in Midtown Manhattan. He probably has 3, 4, 5 houses and yachts and boats and all the nice things in life. He's well taken care of, well compensated. But here's the thing. He's the CEO, the top executive of, here's this. How much money did Morgan Stanley make in total? It was, let me read this here. It was $71 billion. So Morgan Stanley gets gross of $71 billion. And that money's for their employees, money for the office buildings and all those things, but it's a lot of overhead for staffing. And then it goes to their shareholders. They made that money and everybody gets money. But somebody has to be at the top of the ship to steer that ship and make sure the gravy train keeps running, make sure everything runs. So you don't think it's worthwhile to pay the CEO, the top guy who's navigating, you're navigating a $71 billion ship? It's peanuts to pay him $40 million. Think about that. It's well worth it. It's well worth it. So I know we talk about executive pay and exuberance and wealth and all this, but Morgan Stanley's making $71 billion. If everybody wants to keep that money coming in, you better have somebody dialed in at the top who can make those tough decisions, who can get the executive team, his immediate reports, make sure they're dialed in, the right people at that level below him. And at that level, they can keep doing that and hiring the right people. So my 2 cents, 40 billion, 40 million, 45 million for a CEO, I think it's great. No problem. And here's why I say it for my business as well. We are a small business. I've created several businesses generating hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, which I'm proud of. Valuation of $1 million to $2 million. It's not millions and millions and billions of dollars. Not what I've done. However, you better darn be sure I should be well compensated, whether that well compensated means $150,000 a year, $250,000 a year, $300,000 a year. I should be well compensated because the risk I'm putting in to build the company, the thought I have to do to build this company, maintain it and go, and when things go wrong, I eat last. So that's my justification, not that I have to have it, but when I talk about executive pay, I want you all to think about that yourself. You're going through the risk, you're going back to the thought, you put the structure together, you very well deserve for sure to get paid a huge fair share for the time and the risk and the attention that you're putting into your business. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Glad you're here today, reminding you this episode brought to you by our friends at Bitdefender. Isn't it ironic? You go home at night, you lock the door of your house. When you leave your house and go to the grocery store, you lock the door of your house. When you park your car, at the park and take your kids out of the car to go play soccer, go visit your grandmama, go visit your mother, you lock the door of your car, But what about your business? Is your business secure is my question. Hackers want to attack your business. Cyber criminals are out there wanting to attack you. Did you know that? Malware, spam, and all these things are real things. What are you doing to be sure your business is safe and secure? I encourage you to think about security, to be vigilant of security, to do all the things that you can do on your own, set secure passwords and all those things, and also make sure you install software on your computer, Bitdefender Small Business Security, bitdefender.com/Ramon, bitdefender.com/Ramon. Do that today to make sure that your business is safe and secure. This is the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, 5-time entrepreneur, 3-time author, sold 5 companies, motivational keynote speaker, and more. And I'm glad you're here today. Let's move on with our headlines of the day today. Ding, 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 ding. Moving forward. McDonald's U.S. sales are surging amid a focus on affordability. McDonald's has reported a 7% increase in U.S. sales during its fourth quarter. And what does this mean? Marketing the fastest growth in over 2 years, driven by value meals and promotions that it says are resonating with cost-conscious diners. 7% doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a lot because McDonald's already owns the huge market share of about everything. And so the fact that U.S. sales are going up by 7%, this means that A, maybe the economy is good and people are able to spend more, but this means that people still want a good deal. People still want to save money, and McDonald's is enabling them to do that. So the question for your business, the question for you today is to decide what kind of business you want to be, and does it match to the type of customers you have? This is important. Are you going to be the value leader and the cheapest business to do it? That's one decision you have to make. Compared to your competitors, are you going cheap, or will you succeed by offering value? Will you succeed by offering intense value that's sold at a premium, and that's matched to the customers who value what you're offering. It's a decision that we all get to make. McDonald's is the value leader, the cheaper leader. Wendy's is a bit higher, right? Red Lobster is a bit more expensive. Morton Steakhouse, love Morton Steakhouse, a bit more premium. But match your offer, match the value to the customer that you want and the place you want to be. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Glad you're here today. Whether you're watching us live or you're watching us on demand, glad you're here today. Thanks for being part of the Rundown with Ramon experience. Ding, 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 ding. Then we'll get to our flagship headline of the day. Amazon is expanding same-day pharmacy delivery to 4,500 cities. Amazon is set to expand its same-day prescription delivery service to approximately 4,500 cities and towns across the U.S. by the end of this year. In states including Idaho and Massachusetts, the Seattle-based tech giant announced Wednesday. Here's the bottom line, what this means for me and what we can probably all learn from it. Pick the differentiation that you want your business to have. Pick it. Maybe it's one, maybe it's two, maybe it's three, but pick the differentiation. And one differentiation that you can have in your business is the power of speed. Is the power of speed. This is so important. The power of speed. Customers, when they order from you, when they want something, are you able to respond faster? Are you able to edit faster? Are you able to adjust faster? Are you able to deliver faster? Are you able to deliver faster than the competition can? That may be a game-changing thing that your customer base may want. We can learn a lot from the big giants. We can learn a lot from Amazon. Amazon is increasing its same-day delivery of prescription drugs. What can you do faster in your business if that's something that your customers want? My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Getting to our question of the day by EYG Events, Alexandra Nicole, Greg Becker. What's Greg Becker saying? Appreciate this. I always make sure anyone who works for me knows their efforts and devotion are not taken for granted. Yes, on that, amen. I also reward them in different ways throughout the year and then a bonus year. And I love this, Greg. Thank you for that reminder. Reminding you all a few things going on. Genius Talks is taking off. We got Genius Talks Atlanta, Genius Talks New York. Both are all on the way to being sold out. If you want to know about this event, just go to zoneofgenius.com/Genius Talks, zoneofgenius.com/Genius Talks. I got to put Atlanta up there, but Atlanta is the same URL. Just add Genius Talks Atlanta, Genius Talks Atlanta, to that same URL there, and you can see Atlanta real quick before I upload it. I'll edit it later on today. We got our Zone of Genius Awards Conference coming up. I'm excited about that. zoneofgeniusawards.com coming up in the fall. zoneofgeniusawards.com. That is going to be amazing. Network, Learn, and Grow New York City Entrepreneur Conference. I want to see you there. Got some travel coming up to some amazing locations. Share that with you as well. Creative Con's coming up just in a few weeks in Chicago. CreativeCon.com with an 8, CreativeCon. I'll be with John Maxwell at Scale with Stability Summit, scalewithstability.com. I'll be there. Check that out and see if you want to be there. We got our weekly email list of events and opportunities that you can apply to speak at and more. So you want to make sure you're signed up to zoneofgenius.com on that as well. And last but not least, many people have said, Ramon, I want you to coach me. Ramon, I want you to mentor me. Ramon, can you help me grow my business? Ramon, I love what you're doing. Ramon, you're an expert in publishing books. You're an expert in marketing books. You're an expert in podcasting, going live, personal branding, using social media, how you're using AI, how you're doing events, how you're getting on stages, how you're doing free speaking and making money from it. If you want to join me on this journey, want me to unpack this with you and help you grow, you want to get into our free vault of courses that we have every single week. Not free, or a vault of courses we have every single week. Bottom line, you want me to grow with you. You want to grow with me. You want me to mentor you and coach you. You want to check out Ramon Office Hours. You can't beat it. People are signing up. Boom, 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 boom. RamonOfficeHours.com. RamonOfficeHours.com. You want to sign up. Join us as I help you and coach you to grow your business. It's the perfect opportunity for business coaches, business consultants, and speakers, and those who see what I'm doing and say, Ramon, yeah, I want some of that. Definitely check it out at RamonOfficeHours.com, RamonOfficeHours.com. I encourage you to check that out. Our question of the day today, brought to you by Alexandra Nicole, EYG Events. Love this partnership, Alexandria. Let's go. Who knew I got a brand sponsor, EYG Events, that asked me the question of the day? Let's see what it says. What does disciplined leadership look like for you this quarter? Here's my answer to the question, Alexandria. And I'm answering these questions for myself. But as you think of these questions, I dare you to ask these questions to yourself. Check out what Alexandra's doing on Facebook, EYG Events, Alexandra Nicole, and see how this applies to you. Disciplined leadership means 2 or 3 things. First, a leader is one who has to lead. You're leading yourself, you're leading your family, you're leading others, whether it's by choice or by force. People are following you, so you are a leader. The choice you get to have is, am I a bad leader or am I a good leader? Am I a leader who earns the right to lead people, or am I a leader just because of title, or I'm there, but I'm really an ineffective leader, or am I an effective leader? That's the choice we all get to make. Part of that aspect is the best leaders are disciplined, because we don't have to be the smartest person around. No. We don't have to be the loudest person around, but we do have to have the ability to lead, and good leadership takes discipline. Am I adding consistency to my organization? Am I ensuring that we have systems and procedures to follow step by step, so other people on my team can follow them? This is where the discipline comes in. Am I setting a discipline example so people know there's Ramon again? There's Ramon again. He has an opportunity to do something wrong, but we know his discipline prevents him from doing that, and he will do the right thing. This is what it means to be disciplined leadership. It means, yes, you can lead. Yes, you can lead, but there's discipline attached to it, not only for yourself, your personal discipline, how your routine is. Are you mentally healthy? Are you physically healthy? Are you getting spiritual nourishment? The discipline for yourself, but also the discipline to set the example for others so that they can model the discipline that you have, and they also can grow, not just to be leaders, but to be disciplined leaders. That's what this means to me. I encourage you all to think about this. Even when I end the show, put it in the comments. I'm curious to know, what does disciplined leadership look like for you? And I love how Alexandra was so intentional and said, for this quarter, disciplined leadership may change from time to time. It may change, hopefully not every day to day, but there's different seasons of how that may look like for you. That's my encouragement for you today. Greg Becker saying here, thank you so much, Alexandra Nicole. When Chick-fil-A has a long line of cars, I can be assured I'm going to get through that line quickly. That's a very well-run organization. Exactly. This is what leadership is all about. How does it run? Love it. Doris is saying the following here. Is it beneficial to have a coach for different areas of your business? I love this Doris question coming in. The answer is maybe. Based on my experience, I do believe one broad type of good all-around coach who can probably touch a little bit on your mental areas and your mindset, rather, I'll say your mindset, and one who's really good in business is good. A business coach may be more centered in the financial side, one may be more centered in the marketing side, one may be more centered in the sales side, but overall, a business coach should have some experience. Why are people signing up for Ramon Office Hours, for example? Because I have a broad level experience in marketing and sales and personal branding, social media, getting customers, keeping customers. That's my forte, and also the mindset that's important. Now, if somebody needs help with manufacturing, with inventory, with financing, maybe I'm not the best expert in that per se. However, your business coach should be well-rounded. Hence, that's what we offer in Ramon Office Hours. Now, should you have a business coach like 10 or 20? That's probably confusion, Doris. And I know you didn't ask that, but it's probably confusion. But I think you can have consultants, a Facebook consultant, a social media expert, a hiring expert. You may want to have certain people in different seasons to help tweak and help grow your business in advance. But I do think every leader, it can't hurt, in fact, should have a coach who's a great coach, who's first and foremost can get and ground you and center you as a person, and then who has the tactfulness also to help you in different areas of your business. And Doris, this is one reason why I offered Ramon Office Hours. Why I started Ramon Office Hours? Because people were coming to me and saying, Ramon, can you help me grow my business? On the mindset side, on the marketing side, on the branding side, and business growth overall. Doris, I love the question. Everybody, welcome to a brand new day. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Brian Hess is here. Hey, Brian Hess from New Orleans. Glad to have you here. Brian, man, love how you shine. Love how you show up. Love how you just, with your family, man, how you're building your business. a very successful entrepreneur. Thank you, Brian, for being here and showing us how to do it. Danny Rust is here on the treadmill. Appreciate it. Let's get into our question of the day today. Or not our question of the day, but our thought of the day today, the headline of the day today. Ding, 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 ding. Can you be upbeat when you're down? The answer is yes. Being upbeat, being positive, being happy when you're down is a choice, ladies and gentlemen. This does not mean that everything is perfect. It does not mean that. This does not mean that everything is perfect. This does not mean that badness is not happening. This does not mean that there's not challenging situations there. It doesn't mean that. No. It doesn't mean that at all. This means you have to be based on reality. There's a fact that you got hacked. It's a fact somebody stole from you. It's a fact your car got crashed. It's a fact that your house may have burned to the ground, as the parents of some of my friends did happen to them a few weeks ago. It's a fact. These things happen. Life can suck sometimes. But after you take a few minutes to mourn, a few minutes to cry, a few minutes to hug your family, to hug your kids, to embrace it, now it's a choice. What happens next? The last few years, ladies and gentlemen, have been very, very slow and very painful for me. I didn't show it all the time. I kept a smile. I networked, did what I could, but it was tight many times. One, because of cash flow jammed me up like never before. And it was just a slow period of months. And in fact, post-COVID, I was searching for opportunities and ways to add value. And how can I figure this out? In this season right now, I'm happy to say it seems like the blessings, the floodgates are open. And even the past was a blessing, but the floodgates are open. But the one thing that stayed is I stayed positive. Even though I walked through the valley of the shadow of death, I still stayed positive. I still kept a smile. My tagline still stayed unapologetically positive, even if I was at a negative balance at times, and nobody knew it. What can I tell you? However, that positivity propelled me forward to keep me following up, keep me smiling, keep me adding value, keep going places, keep adding value, keep being in touch. Until the seeds I've planted over the past few months and years are taking off. Some of the conversations I'm having, the things that I'm about to announce will blow your mind. The Rundown with Ramon Show being broadcast on a new platform. I'm on the cusp of that, ladies and gentlemen. The places I'm being asked to host, the places I'm being asked to speak, the places I'm being asked to do it. So the question of the day is, can you be upbeat when you're down? Absolutely freaking yes, it is a choice. Because I'm a firm believer that where your mind goes, your body will go. I didn't make this up. Zig Ziglar, Jesus, Martin Luther King, somebody smarter than me said this years ago. I'm just repeating what you know probably already, reminding you. Where your mind is, your body will go. The other thing you can do when things all around you are crashing, when things all around you are feeling a bit yucky, ask yourself, what is going right? Maybe all this is going wrong, but is there anything going right? Is there anything I can add a smile of, I can rejoice in, I can take some positivity in it, even in the suck? I'm not speaking some things from some high-fluting, lottie-dottie thing, because I'm not a high-fluting guy. I'm a simple guy here in a simple little townhouse with a little simple microphone and a podcast mic on Restream. That's all I am, people. That's all I am. Yes, I'm an entrepreneur, started 5 businesses, sold 3 businesses, authored 5 books. Sure. I speak all over the world. I'll be in Hyderabad. I'll be in Bucharest, Romania. Sure. I'll be in San Francisco, New York City, producing some amazing things. I get to work with some amazing people. But I know what it's like to also embrace the suck. And part of it is get Angela Duckworth's book, Angela Duckworth's book, Duckworth, called Grit. Grit. That's a must-read for everyone. The book called Grit. And that's one thing that's kept me going on. By God's grace, I am unstoppable. And I have backup plans. When COVID hit, I thought, what can I do? What if the whole world collapses? I can move into my church. I can add value and help them, and I'll just transform my life, take a vow of poverty, and help my church out. That was one thing I was going to do. But what has kept me going on, what has enabled me to still be upbeat when I'm down, is even though when situations around me are down, is even though you're upbeat, as I say, when you're flying a plane, never forget, even though the plane may be doing all kind of weird things, always remember, fly the plane. Captain Sully did this when he landed the plane on the Hudson. I'm not a pilot, but I can guess this is one reason why it was so effective, because of everything that was happening, he stayed focused on, I got to land the plane. I got to fly the plane. He saw the Hudson River and all his training kicked in. He said, let me try to do it there. And he flew the plane and landed in the Hudson, saving 200, 300 something lives. So the question of the day is, even though things all around you may not be happening well, are you following up? Are you staying in touch? Are you adding value? Are you adding value to others, going on their streams, going on their shows, commenting, liking, saying thank you, adding value, letting them see you? Because oftentimes out of sight, out of mind. Are you leaning into who you are, leaning into what you are for leverage? This is how you can make a difference. So can you be upbeat when you're down? Can you be upbeat when things all around you are not happening well? Abso-freaking-lutely, you sure can. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is The Rundown with Ramon. Love it here. Malika Starr says this. I believe when you're positive in the midst of calamity, you attract good back to your life. Malika, couldn't have said it better myself. Doris, love this, Doris. I'm in my building season. The consistent sales aren't there yet, but I still keep going. Yes, and amen and amen. This is so important. Doris says again here, you can definitely be upbeat when you're down, especially in business. Karen says, yes, Ramon, love your answer to Alexandria. Thank you for that. And Alexandria is the one who pulls these answers out of me every single time. And thank you, Malika. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being such a cheerleader. I love that glam pic of you, by the way, on Facebook. Learning something new every day. Greg Becker says, pivot, focus, realign, yes, 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 and yes. And we'll end on this, everybody. We'll end on this. True leadership from Alexandria Nicole, governing our actions by our North Star, not our emotions. And going back to the consistency, Doris hits it right. What does the consistency mean? One day, one phone call, one email. It can change everything. It changed everything for Kevin Hart. He was talking about how he's a comedian. He was driving himself, doing his regular thing, doing his comedy routines like dozens and dozens and dozens of times a week, draining himself every single day until he had the one opportunity, the one chance. He hosted the NBA All-Star comedy routine or whatever it was with Shaquille O'Neal. And that just, boom, took him off. I've been a steady growth, growing in various areas, my email list, follower count, and all those things, which are good. Some metrics of something. And sales are growing as well. And I'm not waiting for a one hit. But the calls I've had in the past 7 days from a huge publisher, from a huge media company, 2 different opportunities, all I need is one of them to say yes. And most likely both are going to say yes. And that may be my big win. Or I may not even know what's in store for me. Maybe I don't know what's happening next year. But I think we've gone this show 32 minutes. I try to keep it at 30, so I'm going to jump off and say thank you all for being here. And remember, those of you who want me to mentor you, want me to coach you, I encourage you, check out RamonOfficeHours.com, RamonOfficeHours.com, our premium place where our clients can get direct coaching directly from me every single week. Check it out, RamonOfficeHours.com. Join and let me help you take your business to the next level.